Night moon grins, dust flies like a dark whirlwind. Broken dreams left behind, foot to the floor, racing minds. Engines roar, dirt flies high, red lights turn green, let's kiss the sky. Metal beasts in the fray, thrill of the ride all night and day. Mud and fire, hearts we tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track. Throttle down, hearts pound loud in this chaos, we're so proud. Sweat and grit, the story tells. Welcome to our hell, sweet hell. Can't stop us, we're on fire, chasing dreams, taking higher. Stars fall, dust they turn, from the ground flames they burn. Mud and fire, hearts we tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from Eldora Speedway as it is the Hell Tour. Race number 4, live from Eldora Speedway. Another absolutely amazing race about to get underway. A lot of great drivers, talented drivers ready to play here this afternoon. See Cody Williams out there on the speedway in the beautiful CWD machine, the 26 ride, looking fresh out there on the speedway. Do see Jacob Cannon out there as well in the 93. Zach Rogers jumping out there in the Carolina Sim Sports number 12 ride as these drivers ready to sling some dirt here this evening. A great show, a amazing show, ready to get underway this afternoon is my boy Tony Whipperman. What's good, whippersnapper? Tony coming in, showing the love. What's good? What's going on, my guy? How are you, Tony? How are you tonight? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day. Is my boy Justin Young. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Justin coming in, showing the love here in this one as the racing action is about to get underway here. Practice quickly coming to a close. We're going to hop right into some qualifying and then heat race action with our consolation races and our A main feature event. 40 laps of racing action here this evening from the beautiful Eldora Speedway for our A main feature event. And you can see this racetrack is absolutely pristine again here this afternoon. It is always rolled in perfectly, always so fun to race here at Eldora. We're going to see who can knock the fenders off their rides and who can keep their car maybe out in front and picking up a big checkered flag this afternoon is qualifying. About to get underway, driver's going to jump right there onto the speedway. They're going to look to lay down their quick times here on the racetrack. Here comes the Black Diamond Mafia, the Majula State Speed Shop ride. That is Dylan Murray in the 3 machine. Going to quickly slide out there onto the speedway. Here comes Elena Rogue. Elena in the Team CFM Esports number 86 jumping out there onto the racetrack. And here comes the Sandman himself, the Fast AF Racing WR1. It's the Sandman Speed ride, the 69 of Cody Sanderson. Landon Price jumping out there in the 27. Going to see Landon back out there on the racetrack. We'll see River Burke out there in the number 90 or 73 ride here in the New Wave number 90. I always say 93. It's the 73 ride. Tanner Ewing out there as well. The 58T looking good here on the speedway as Ewing rolling out there on the speedway. Here comes last week's winner rolling out onto the racetrack. The Mud Missile Industries New Wave Designs number 26. It is Matt Fletchell quickly sliding out there, as well as right now it is Willie Cuddy with the quick time here in qualifying. Sanderson, River, Burke, Landon, Bryson, Clayton, the Hangman, Clewell, they're in position number 5. Tanner Ewing going to slide into 7th here, right in behind Elena Rogan. Kenneth Land is Land back in 8th, and Dylan Murray currently 9th fastest here on the speedway. But the quick time going to the 26 is the Mud Missile Industries number 26. That Speed Ranch, or the Fusion Setup Shop ride, jumping out in front, man. Great lap time right there for Matt Fletchell, trying to back it up with a pair of wins here this afternoon. Does not find any extra speed there on lap number 2 is Donnie Batiste going out there onto the racetrack. So Batiste out there rolling on the racetrack. The Shockeye Racing Performance number 67 looking for a big run. Chris Thibodeau out there as well. A new looking paint scheme here for the 44 ride. Looking fresh out there on the speedway. Great looking paint scheme here for Chris Thibodeau on the racetrack. Is let's go 44 says DTHIB saved. I don't know how to say that. Tibba saved. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Tibba saved, I think. I don't know. It's so hard. As JP Shed jumps out there onto the racetrack, the Cuddy Sheed Speed looking for a good lap time here on the racetrack. We'll see Dylan Williams sliding out there as well. His Cuddy Sheed Speed Longhorn chassis number 33 ride sliding out there onto the racetrack. Cody Williams, he's back out here. He's looking for a good lap time. We'll have to wait and see what Cody Williams can do here on the racetrack. See if he can find that speed that he's been looking for to try to put himself into the top spot this afternoon. Yo, what up, Dude Guy coming in showing the love. Says, oh, fuck yeah. What's good, E-Piece? What's good, Dude Guy? How are you, my man? How are you? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful Wednesday. Wednesday already, my gosh, the week's just flying right on through. Is Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson, Mama Bear coming in, showing the love here as well with that heart reaction. Dude Guy coming in with that like on the stream. I appreciate that. Brian coming in, showing the love here this afternoon, as we do see Jonathan Foxworth jumping out there onto the racetrack. Here comes that House of Speed number 29 ride. Jonathan Wiley as well, the Wiley Coyote, the Dirty Coyote, Motorsports Fast AF Racing, the Sandman Speed ride jumping out there onto the racetrack here. Let's see what Jonathan Wiley can do as quickly he jumps into the 13th spot here in the speed sheets, but unfortunately not quite quick enough yet for a good starting spot on the afternoon, and he does not find any extra speed there on lap number 2. Foxworth trying to find that extra little bit as he scored there in 14th, and unfortunately he does not find any extra speed either. Still a few drivers left to play here in this one. Few drivers left to get their lap times in, and one of those being Jacob Gannon as he'll jump up into 6th. So a good lap right there for the 93 as the Majula Safe Speed Shop Victory Fuel number 93 ride goes up inside the top 10. He gonna look for a little extra speed there on lap number 2. Does not look like he will find it either, so he will qualify there in second. So it's very interesting to see that drivers are laying down their fastest lap times here in that first lap, not in lap number 2, not after building up some of that speed and some of that momentum. So it's gonna be very, very tough. You gotta make sure you hit your marks on lap number 1. If you don't hit your marks, if you make that mistake on that first lap, you're in for a world of hurt. It could end your, it could make your day a whole lot tougher in a quick hurry. As here is Zach Rogers. Rogers currently scored as the 24th fastest out there on the racetrack, as a few other drivers been continuously dropping down throughout the field. We do see Dylan Murray back in 23rd as Zach Rogers is going to out-qualify him, and he's going to jump up into 20th. So one of the first drivers we saw here find more speed on lap number 2. So a good break there for Rogers, at least able to leapfrog 4 different competitors and go from the back of the pack to at least that 20th position. Brian says, I'm great, brother. Love coming in and seeing you do your thing. I appreciate that, Dude Guy. I appreciate that, my boy. Hey, man, listen, as I said before, I always try to go in and see your streams. Unfortunately, I tend to either be live when I get the notification, or I'm already laying down, try to go to bed, but one of these nights I'll try to stay up a little later and we'll try to get some games in, or we'll have to try to get something going, or I'll try to stay up a little bit later one of these nights. Mama Bear says hello, my boy Aaron. Hello, Mama Bear. How are you this afternoon? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day. As Caitlin Taylor says, it's Thibodeau. That's how you say it. Okay, there we go. Thibodeau. Always gets me messed up. Do you remember who finished third last week? Justin, I think you're thinking of the driver who will start here in position number 2 this afternoon. I think it could be Tristan Sykes. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Tristan finished in that third spot last week, as we'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Starting on the pole in the Fusion Setup Shop, the Studio A Hair Salon, the 43, it's Grady Ehrman. To his outside in the Fusion Setup Shop, the beautiful Mud Missile Industries, number 99, it's Tristan Sykes, who will start there in that second spot. Starting in position number 3 in the 69, it's the Sandman Speed ride. That is Cody Sanderson, and to his outside in the Cuddy Sheed Speed 06, that is JP Shed. And now starting in position number 5 in the 7 ride, it is the HRT ride, the Longhorn Chassis Machine of Landon Hill. To his outside in that 67, the Shockeye Racing Performance ride, that is Donnie Batiste. Starting in position number 7 in the number 58T, that is Tanner Euling, and to his outside in the 28, it is Cody McDonald. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go to battle. Ehrman, Sykes, 1 and 2 on the Speedway. The pace truck has the lights turned off, and we will get ready to rock and roll here in heat race number 1. Ehrman down low, we'll see that green flag fly as we are quickly green flag racing here from Eldora Speedway. Grady Ehrman onto the lap pedal, heel slide up in front of Tristan Sykes. Sykes looking to try to cross him over. Sykes down low, trying to work that middle groove, trying to stay right there, right on the back bumper of that 43, and here comes Cody Sanderson. Sanderson right there in third. He's trying to hang on to it as JP Shed slides back just a little bit farther as the 06 ride back in position number 4 and looking for more. Landon Hill there in 5th with Cody McDonald, Donnie Batiste, and Tanner Euling rolling up to the rear of the field as quickly the 28 rider Cody McDonald able to work himself up a couple spots here on the Speedways. The Mike's Tire Service 28 ride now into that 6th spot on the Speedway, but everybody else still staying where they were, as out in front it's Grady Ehrman who continues to lead the way. Now we're looking for the top 4. Top 4 drivers will work their way into the show. Unfortunately, everybody else will go to our consolation races here this afternoon. Let's go. Joshua Neal coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Jacob Cannon coming in as well, showing the love with that thumbs up here on the broadcast. Dylan Murray coming in with the like and the share, as well as Matt Fletchell. My boy Matty coming in with that like, and my boy Ron Motherfluffin Zerk, Mr. Zerk coming in and setting it off here in this one. Ron coming in with the big D of the day, the 145 star bomb, says looking forward to another great broadcast. Brother, I appreciate you coming in, showing the love here in this one, as you see this battle at the front of the field continuing to rage on. Grady Ehrman, Tristan Sykes, door to door down through the middle of these corners as Ehrman looking for the first heat race win. Tristan Sykes looking to take it away from him. White flag has been displayed as Sanderson and Sheed back there in position number 3 and 4. Landon Hill on the outside of a transfer spot looking in as we head down into corner number 3 and out of 4 for the final time here in heat race number 1. It's Grady Ehrman who picks up heat race win number 1 here this afternoon. Sykes will come home in second with Cody Sanderson and JP Sheed rounding out our top 4. So top 4 will transfer through. Unfortunately, everyone else outside the top 4 there will go to our consolation race, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for heat race number 2. Jennifer Spalla coming in with that heart reaction and cheering on Grades out there on this Speedway, says let's go Grades number 43. Justin Toll says I've already won this race. Where is my interview? Get in here, Justin. I'll pull you up. Don't you worry about that. that, brother. I'll get you in here. Sykes is junking that car. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Dylan says, I'm back. Oh, baby. Dylan, my boy, we love to see you back in action. We love to see you back out there on the racetrack, my dude. It's been a long time coming. We're glad to see you back out there on the Speedway. Mr. Fletchel says, hey, baby girl, what's good, Maddie? What's good, brother? As Two Guys says, brah, it's all love either way. You can always check the OnlyFans. I got you, Don Girth. I got it, 100%. I'm checking it out. As Ron Zirk also coming in as well, showing the big love here with the resubscription as well. Stan, a member of the Peacemaker Sub Club here this afternoon, is Mark Ehrman coming in as well with that thumbs up here on the broadcast as we get ready to set these drivers loose. Heat race number 2 about to get underway. It's Matt Fletchel who will start in that top spot to his outside. That is Dylan Williams. River Burke will start there in position number 3 with Bobby Murray there to his outside. Jonathan Wiley down in position number 5 with Clayton Clewell back there in position number 6. Then we see Zach Rogers and Kenneth C. Land bringing up the rear of the field in the Vice Motorsports number 92. As quickly the Mud Missile into streets number 26. Matt Fletchel will see that green flag fly. So Fletchel quickly jumping out here, trying to open up a bit of a gap between himself in the 33 of Dylan Williams. Williams quickly gets a slide job right there as here comes the wily Coyote. The Dirty Coyote Motorsports Sandman Speed. The fast AF racing ride of Jonathan Wiley already up 3 spots with that big move down through quarter 3 and 4. That'll move him into position number 2 here on the racetrack is right there on his back bumper. Dylan Williams trying to work his way back into that second spot, trying to work underneath that Ford machine as they're dicing it up. Back here behind him, River Burke there in that 4th and final transfer spot with Clayton the Hangman Clewell back there in position number 5. Zach Rogers, Kenneth C. Land, and Bobby Murray bringing up the rear of the field. In the 1B is the Sandman Speed trying to work himself up towards the front of the field here. Unfortunately, already down 4 spots early in this heat race. As Matt Fletchel, Jonathan Wiley, Dylan Williams, and River Burke are top 4 here on the racetrack. But here comes that number 12 ride right there behind him. A pair of 12s right here behind him is Clewell back there in the HRE Sim Sports number 12. Rolls there in that 5th position. The other 12, then it's the Carolina Sim Sports Plum Wild Podcast. But you will see Speed Shop rider Zach Rogers back there in position number 6. Both 12s are on the outside looking in as here comes River Burke. Burke looking to make the move around the 33 of Dylan Williams. Almost 3 wide here for position number 2, and as they continue to battle, contact's gonna be made. A little bit of front left damage now for the 12 right of Clewell. Clewell getting into the back end of the 73. That is River Burke trying to hang on to that 4th and final transfer spot as the white flag has been displayed. Is out in front. It's been all Matt Fletchel. He's hit his marks in the Mud Missile Industries ride hooked up here this afternoon. Is he'll round corner number 4, and by almost 2.5 seconds. We'll see heat race win number 2. Checkered flag first is Jonathan Wiley there in 2nd. Dylan Williams and River Burke will hold on to the 4 transfer spots. Clayton Clewell, Zach Rogers, Kenneth Land, and Bobby Murray will go to our consolation races. It's good drive, fellas. Great drive right there. Great drive in that first heat race. Great drive there in heat race number 2 as well as my boy Justin Toll. Brother, get up here. I'll get you in here. I'll get you into the booth. As Dylan Murray says, missed it, but missed you more, brother. Oh, Dylan, don't be making me blush up in here. As my boy Thomas Dennis. What's good, Thomas? Thomas coming in, showing the love as well with that like on the stream. As we're going to get ready to see these drivers continue to duke it out. As Caitlin says, let's go. 44 says, or you can call him Scooter. Yes, I remember the Scooter part. I should call him Scooter more often, but I always want to say Thibodeau, something like that. Thibodeau. I'll try to remember that. I'm going to try to just remind myself how to say that every time. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the B-O-D in the middle that just kind of messes with me. But we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3. And starting on the pole, the Eldora Speed Shop, the RCR ride, that is Scooter Chris Thibodeau, who will start in the top spot to his outside. A Eldora Speed Shop Victory Fuel Machine, that is the 93 of Jacob Cannon. Starting in that third spot in the 23, the winner of our first 2 races of the season is that Cody Speed number 23, a Willie Cody. To his outside in the Longhorn chassis, Team CFM Esports ride, that is Elena Rogue, and then we see Landon Price in the 27 in the Hunt the Front number 27 ride. Dylan Murray to his outside with Jonathan Foxworth and Cody Williams in the CWD ride. There, bringing up the rear of the field is once again top 4 will transfer through to our A-main feature event. Everybody else will go to our consolation races. As quickly our third heat race underway, and it's Scooter out in front, but look out, contact! Around goes the 93. Caution flag on the racetrack as the Carolina Kid goes for a spill down the back straightaway, and our first caution flag of the day will be displayed. It is a tough break right there for the 93 ride of Jacob Cannon, but also running into issues and some front end damage is that 23 of Willie Cuddy. As coming out of corner number 2, a big run trying to work underneath of Scooter here on that back straightaway, and unfortunately Dylan Murray in the 3 ride also going to get a big piece of that 93 as well. So a couple big hits right here. You just see this big run coming, starting to brew as Chris slides up the racetrack. You see the 93 trying to cut down through the middle here. He knows it's going to be tight. Unfortunately, the 23 not having to give him any room. The 93 comes down and over his nose. Quite a bit of front end damage there for Cuddy. And then you see Dylan Murray just know where he can go and slams right into that right front end of the 93 ride, and heavy front end damage for both of those competitors. So a couple tough hits, a couple heavy hits, and some broken body panels, some busted up parts here for a few of these drivers as you take a look at the front end of the number 3 ride, and right now he's feeling the pain of that one. Heavy front end damage here for that Black Diamond Mafia Eldora Speed Shop number 3 machine here this afternoon, as we'll get all these drivers ready to go back to green flag racing. Doesn't look like anyone's going to head down pit side. Dylan Murray going to go for the track position. Jacob Cannon not wanting to go down and use up any quick repairs or trying to get that car fixed up at all. He thinks it's good to go, so we are going to get ready to go. As our lights are off, the official iRacing pace truck in down through corner number 4. We'll see him pull back down pit road, and that will unleash this field once again to the 44 of Chris Thibodeau. As Thibodeau out in front, he is going to see that green flag fly quickly. The 44 down low, gonna try to slide back up the racetrack, looking for a big run. Unfortunately, has to get onto the binders without hitting the wall. More contact down the back straightaway. This time it's Landon Price trying to poke his nose down on the bottom side and from the back of the back, and now trying to work himself into the picture here for a transfer spot. It is that 26 of Cody Williams. Williams started all the way back in 8th, and now here he is battling inside our top 4 on the speedway as he's trying to work himself underneath that 23 of Willie Cuddy. Is Jacob Cannon right there as well. Cannon trying to work his way back up towards the front of the field. Obviously had some good speed out of that 23. Is more contact. Cuddy now up into the outside wall after contact between himself and Landon Price. Price is working himself through the field here in this one, but already getting some pretty good damage onto that 27 machine. Here comes Cody Williams, but door-to-door contact. Look out! It's the 93 of Jacob Cannon who's going to run into some more issues as the white flag has been displayed. This time out of corner number 4, it's Scooter picking up heat race win number 3 on the afternoon. Landon Price there in 2nd. Willie Cuddy back there in 3rd, and Cody Williams in that 4th and final transfer spot, meaning Rogue, Foxworth, Jacob Cannon, and Dylan Murray will all go to our consolation races here this afternoon. Woo, baby, that 3rd heat race. What a battle, a lot of beating and banging, a lot of tore up equipment there in heat race number 3 on the afternoon. But we are going to get ready here for our no consolation race. Looks like we are going to skip the Consi. So good news, good break for all those other drivers that were on the outside looking in. As Dustin Benton, my boy Dustin says, miss you, sir. Missed you as well, Dustin, the big D. How are you, Dustin? Coming in, showing the love. We miss you as well, Dustin. We can't wait to get you back out there, brother. But listen, take that family time, take that time off. Trust me, it sounds very, very awesome. I would love to take a couple weeks off. We may get some time throughout Christmas, but man, we can't wait to see you guys back out there on the racetrack. As Mr. Flenchel says, when Sykes tells you to rip the lip. Oh gosh, yeah, I think he wants to stop giving you any advice, Matt. You've already picked up a heat race win here tonight. The 26 ride looks very, very fast. You picked up the win last week. I think it's time for Tristan to quit giving you any of these pointers. I think he needs to sit back, relax, and just let you kind of run your own race and see if he can use his own wisdom to help himself into victory lane here this afternoon. As we'll get these drivers ready to rock and roll, they're going to jump out onto the speedway here for a quick warm-up session. As my boy Dustin Benton coming in as well with that like on the stream. I appreciate that, Dustin, coming in, showing the love, smashing that thumbs up here on the live stream. As we'll get these drivers ready to go back to battle. They're ready to duke it out. They're ready to go back to war here this evening. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get a quick drink into me. We're going to take a quick little break, but we're going to give you guys the sights and sounds here of the Hell Tour this afternoon. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of a crank it up here before we go back to Green Flag Racing for our A main feature event. So don't go anywhere, as you do not want to miss out on the amazing racing that's about to unfold here at Eldora Speedway as we crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming.
Spin the night, moon grins, dust flies like a dark whirlwind. chasing dreams left behind. Foot to the floor, racing minds. Engines roar, dirt flies high, red lights turn green, let's kiss the sky. Metal beasts in the fray, thrill of the ride all night and day. Mud and fire, hard sweet tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track. Throttle down, hearts pound loud in this chaos, we're so proud. Sweat and grit, the story tells. Welcome to our hell, sweet hell. Can't stop us, we're on fire. Chasing dreams, taking higher. Stop.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys came here for a show. Well, here you go. As our main feature event is about to get underway, these drivers rolling out onto the speedway ready to play here this afternoon. And starting on that pole position in the number 43. That is Grady Ehrman. Ehrman will start here in the top spot. To his outside is the 99X of Tristan Sykes. Starting in position number 3, it's Scooter Chris Thibodeau, who will start back there in that third spot. To his outside in the 27, that is Landon Price. Starting in position number 5 in the 4 wide, that is Jonathan Wiley. To his outside, the 33, that is Dylan Williams. Cody Sanderson and JP Shed make up row number 4 with the number 73 of River Burke and 26 of Cody Williams rounding out our top 10. Landon Hill, Clayton Clewell, Elena Rogue, Cody McDonald, Zach Rogers, Jonathan Foxworth, Tanner Ewing, Kenneth C. Land, Jacob Cannon, Bobby Murray, Donnie Batias, Dylan Murray, Matt Fletchell, and Willie Cuddy will bring up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are Green Flag Racing here from Eldora Speedway. It is the Hell Tour race number 4 officially underway as the green flag has been displayed. So down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, it is the Fusion Setup Shop number 43 of Grady Ehrman who will lead lap number 1. So Ehrman out in front, but it's a dogfight back here behind him. 2, 3, 4 wide here throughout the field. This driver trying to work their way up towards the front of the field. You see that number 4 of Jonathan Wiley up there on the high side as we do see the caution flag fly. So the caution flag is going to be displayed here as drivers just getting wound up here and ready to play this afternoon as Donnie Batias going to run into some issues. The Shockeye Racing Performance number 67 up into the outside fence. Heavy right front damage here this afternoon in a tough hit right there. You see that right front completely busted apart. He's going to get stopped there on the racetrack, and that's where the caution flag will be displayed as he does take it down pit side. The crew is going to have to go to work trying to get that car fixed up and trying to get it back out there on the speedway, but his night may have just came to a close. It's a dusty one, Jacob. It is definitely a dusty one as Steve says, drive that car. Mama says, drive that car. I love it. As Jacob says, let's go, Scooter. Cheering on Scooter out there on the speedway as we'll get all these drivers ready to go back to battle here this afternoon. Jennifer Spalla says, let's go, number 43. Cheering on Mr. Ehrman out there on the speedway. We'll get them all stacked up, racked up, ready to play here once again. It is a pair of Fusion setup shoves here at the front of the field. Grady Ehrman, Tristan Sykes, 1 and 2 here on the speedway. Back there in position number 3 is the 27 of Landon Price. Price there in third with Dylan Williams back there in position number 4. Jonathan Wiley, Chris Thibodeau, Cody Sanderson, Landon Hill up inside the top 8 here on the Speedway. And then we see JP Chen and River Burke back there in the 9th and 10th spot. As they look a little farther back, where is Matt Fletchel? Fletchel is up into 19th now. He was supposed to start up towards the front of the field as it's dusty up in here, chat, as we go back to green flag racing here at Eldora. Quickly, the 43 at Grady Ehrman sees that green flag fly once again here this afternoon. So Ehrman out in front, but here comes Tristan Sykes in the rest of the field as they go storming down the back straightaway. More contact though, a couple drivers beating and banging. There goes the back wing of the 44 ride. Scooter in trouble already in this one as the caution flag will be displayed here once again. So the caution flag going to come back out. We'll take a look and see what might have happened. Who may have been collected? As it looks like Dylan Williams, maybe the unfortunate driver on the outside looking in here, as it does look like he gets into the outside fence first. Maybe a little contact between him and that number 27 of Landon Price. We'll keep an eye on it here as he works to the outside of Price, and right there going into corner number 3. Price kind of comes up ever so slightly. You look at the bottom of the screen, the 27 moving up. Unfortunately, they run out of room. It slams that 33 ride, just kind of tail tags him right up into the outside fence. And now it does say the top side hustler. Unfortunately, that's a little too far upside. And here comes Chris Thibodeau. Scooter gets in there. You see that rear wing and the rear end damage there for the 44 ride as he bangs it off of that 33 machine. And the right front completely tore to shreds there for poor old Dylan Williams this afternoon, and that may be all she wrote for the 33-inch driver's going to have to try to come down pit side and look for some repairs. And I'm not sure if Chris Thibodeau knows it. He does know it. Okay, here he comes down pit side. So Chris is going to look for some repairs on that beautiful Arcadian wrecker service number 44 ride. As he'll head down into his pit box, he's going to get that car repaired and roll back out there onto the racetrack and rejoin the rear of the field here. He will not lose a lap. He will stay on the lead lap. It's Jordan Euling. Jordan coming in, showing the love here with the follow on the broadcast. Welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Jordan coming in, showing the love. As Grady Ehrman out in front, we'll see that green flag fly once again here at Eldora Speedway. So back to battle as Ehrman looking to just quickly slide right up in front of the 99 right of Tristan Sykes. Sykes trying to stay right there on his back bumper and trying to avoid being swallowed up by the enormous amount of drivers back here behind them, trying to work their way to the front of the field as they're 2, 3, 4 wide throughout the pack here, trying to battle their way up towards the front here, looking to try to put themselves into a position to maybe pick up a win. As here comes Landon Hill. Hill has already been on the move, working his way slowly but surely up here towards the front of the pack and just outside the top 5, but a little contact right there in front of him may open the door for the 7 ride. As here comes that 73 of River Burke. He's right there. Here comes Clayton Cleewell as well in the 12 ride, trying to roll that inside lane. Now we see a lot of drivers roll in the middle, a lot of drivers roll the outside fence for the 12 ride, trying to stay glued right down low to that inside fence, trying to run a different line than everybody else. And so far, it's been working pretty decently for this 12 machine. You do see everyone trying to work their way through the field. Jacob Cannon back here in that 14th spot. He's got Willie Cuddy right there as well. Unfortunately for Matt Fletchel, he's got a little bit of front end damage, and Fletchel finds himself kind of locked back here in the 20th spot on the Speedway. So he's actually lost a few spots, and unfortunately kind of still right back here. Now getting another piece of the 1 right of Bobby Murray. As here we go, Jonathan Wiley up into the outside fence. Wiley finds the outside wall, and the caution flag will come back out here. We'll saw Chris Thibodeau run into some more issues here as well. So Chris, Scooter, some heavy damage here. Looks like something broken in that right front. Unfortunately, maybe the contact between him and the number 33 and Dylan Williams may have been more than artificial here this afternoon, as something definitely astray in that 44. See something underneath that left or right front, just busted apart here. Car will not turn. He's trying to get it to go down pit lane, and there's never a spot you want to be in. And unfortunately for Jonathan Wiley, he's going to find out here as well that the wall, it means business. And I don't know if he gets a little help here or if this is just good hard racing as he's trying to make his move. Finally gets around that 99 of Tristan Sykes, then unfortunately gets up into that outside fence. Landon Price just barely able to get by him, same as everybody else. As going to tank that fence again, get slow here on the racetrack, and that's what will bring out our caution flag. And then to make matters worse, I do believe we're going to see this 4-ride actually trying to get his car down pit road, and he's going to end up hitting the sand barriers right there. That's going to blow that whole front wing right apart there. The whole front scoop kind of just absolutely tore off of it, and fortunately, heavy damage again on the 4-ride. He can't even get this car to turn either, and oh man, they're dropping like flies here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We started with 24, we're down to 20 out there on the racetrack as here comes the 44 of Chris Thibodeau back out there onto the racetrack as Thibodeau rolls back here onto the speedway. Scored in that 20th position. I do believe we've also regained the 33 ride of Dylan Williams. Dylan, unfortunately, multiple laps down out there on the racetrack as we go back to green flag racing. Another good restart there for Grady Ehrman. Now, we saw Ehrman last week at Federated Auto Parts Raceway I-55 duke it out door-to-door for a lot of that race between himself and Matt Fletchel. Unfortunately, Ehrman came up one spot shy and finished back in position number 2. Now he's looking to try to turn the tables and just keep that car out in front and looking to be the reflection of perfection here this afternoon. He's led every single lap that he could. He was quickest there in, almost quickest there in qualifying, but here he is, just continuing to work his way at the front of the field, continuing to lay down these laps and looking to try to pick up a big win here at Eldora as Tristan Sykes back there in second. Landon Price there in position number 3. Cody Sanderson and Landon Hill now are top 5 here on the speedway as Jason Gross says, River Burke, I'd smoke you. I could believe that. I could believe that, Jason. Watching his performance out there tonight. No, I'm just kidding. As Kendra also says, let's go, number 69, Sanderson, sexiest man alive. Sexiest man alive. Is that Sanderson or is that me? I think that might be me. I don't know. I don't know, Kendra. I don't know. I'm gonna have to leave that one up in the air. I can't confirm or deny that statement. As we do see the caution flag come back out here in this one. Another tough break as Jonathan Foxworth going to run into some issues here in the House of Speed number 29 ride. Looks like him and the 93 going to come together, and that's another driver that's going to kind of get tail-tanked and just drove up into the outside fence right here. Let's take another look at it here. So the 93 just looks like he gets a big run down low. He's trying to drive that car as deep as he can down into the corner. Unfortunately, though, the 29 is to his outside. He doesn't realize that. All of a sudden, the 29 right sees that outside hole disappear. The 93 comes up into him, tail takes him, and drives that car right up into the outside fence. Heavy right front damage again for this 29 right as that right front just absolutely tore to shreds. You do not want to make contact with that wall here this afternoon as it's been tearing cars apart all night long, as we'll get them all ready to go back to battle. Here again, Grady Ehrman having to be perfect on these restarts, cannot make a mistake, cannot have an issue like he did last week and give up a run to one of these drivers back there behind him, because if they get out in front of him, he may not be able to get back around them. He found that out the hard way last week there at Federated Auto Parts Raceway, but here tonight, see if he learned his lesson. See if he can keep himself out in front and keep all these drivers back there. As it is dusty here, ladies and gentlemen. It is not fun. If you're one of these drivers sitting back here, you know, mid-pack, you do not want to be back here. As you see just a lot of dust here. This is going to be exciting. We're going to go back to green flag racing here. We're going to ride on board here with Cody McDonald, as McDonald's been trying to work his way up and through the field, and you can see how that dust is affecting you. This is even just mid-pack now. We do go right back under the caution flag, so we're not going to see the full extent of that, as I do believe we are going to see Elena Rowe run into some issues here. So Elena, a little deeper in the field. Let's ride on board with this number 86 and see what happens. And some contact here. Things getting log jammed in corner number 3, and then more contact to her back bumper. She's going to go around. Tanner Ewing going to get a piece of it as well there, and that will put us right back under the caution flag. Let's see if we can go back and take another look at this one from a different angle, get a different perspective on the contact and where things kind of went astray down here in corner number 3 and 4. So the 86 kind of holding back here a little bit, but contact right from him. We did right on board with that 28. We saw him kind of lose a little bit of ground here to the rest of the field and the cars in front of him. So I think it kind of starts with him. Right there, you see the 73 River Burke get a little bit squirrely, and it kind of stacks things up on the outside lane. And as everybody's trying to figure out where they can go, the 86, unfortunately, into the back end of the 12 right. Here comes the one of Bobby Murray. He's going to come in and get some pretty heavy left back damage there to the 86, and fortunately, he gets a busted up right front tire. He's going to bounce back up the racetrack, clobbers the door panel there of the 86. Will spin the beautiful number 86 right around, and that's what will bring out our caution flag as we'll get ready to go back to battle again here in this one. So the green flag about to come back out for Grady Urban, who's got nothing but clear skies and dandelions here in front of him, as he doesn't have a whole lot of that dust. He doesn't have to worry about the dirty air here affecting his car and his driving ability this afternoon, unless if somebody gets in front of him. As here we go, back to the green flag. He's back on the loud pedal, still nice and clear. A lot of clean skies in front of this 43 ride. He's looking to keep it that way, but back here deeper in the field, it is a little bit more chaotic. Oh, brother, you got to be on your A game if you're deeper in this pack, seeing all this dust and not a whole lot of time to react to cars around you or cars in front of you that may be parked sideways or anything else. So you got to be right on your tippy toes each and every second out there on the speedway. And I think that's part of the contribution that we're seeing with the caution flags here this afternoon, as another caution flag will fly here on the restart. Is this time Bobby Murray looks like he will be the cause of the caution flag. Now it does show Bobby Murray down pit side. I do believe it's the one trying to roll back out onto the racetrack here with the oncoming traffic coming out, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So he kind of slides out onto the speedway. He's basically stopped there on the racetrack, and that's what will bring out the caution flag. So Bobby Murray, unfortunately, trying to rejoin the field, unfortunately came out at the wrong time, and that will put us right back under the yellow flag. So we will get everybody wound back up once again. Now this is where things get very, very interesting. The longer these races are, the more intensity kind of builds up. Everybody kind of on their tippy toes. Everybody knows that, you know, they're going to start to run out of opportunities here with these caution flags to be able to gain positions, to make moves, and try to put themselves up towards the front of the field. Their time is slowly but surely starting to run out. So you got to make sure you don't make any mistakes, but you can get everything you can get here on these caution flags. So we'll have to keep an eye and see who can keep on moving up and through the field. We do look back here. We see Cody Williams now into position number 7. He's up 5 spots. Landon Hill up 8 positions there in 5th. Clayton Clewell, he's up 5 spots. Back here in the 9th position, Cody McDonald, he's up quite a few spots. He's now scored in position number 10. So definite movers up through the field here. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see who can keep on working their way towards the front. Jacob Cannon, he's up 8 spots. Zach Rogers, he's up 5 spots here on the racetrack. So a lot of different drivers making some moves here, getting towards the front of the field, but will they run out of time? As only 25 more laps left to go here in this race as we go back to green flag racing. So the Fusion Setup Shop, the Sipes Landscaping number 43 out in front. Grady Urban leads the way with Tristan Sykes right there on his back bumper as the Fusion Setup Shop Mud Missile Industry 99X right there in second. Landon Price back there in position number 3 with Cody Sanderson, who's now up into the outside fence. Heavy contact there for the 69 rider. Sanderson banks it off the outside wall. Unfortunately, heavy right front damage here for the 69 ride as well. He's trying to get this car down the racetrack and down pit side. Unfortunately, he's going to have to cycle around for a whole nother lap as he could not find his way down to the bottom side of the speedway. Now going to have some very tough handling issues, and that will bring out a caution flag as he could not get that car back down pit road. So let's play this back and see what happens here again to the 69 as he gets a big run right on the back bumper here. Landon Price, he's trying to poke his nose to the outside. Unfortunately, travels up the racetrack a little too far. He's going to bounce it off that corner to exit wall, and again, another driver into that fence and another driver tore up out here on the speedway. More damage, more carnage there. For some of these drivers, you do not want to find that fence here this afternoon, and it is tearing a lot of drivers apart out there on the racetrack. So we'll get them all ready to go back to green flag racing, ready to go back to battle here in this one. So far, it's been a pretty exciting race. A lot of back and forth, a lot of great battling, and it's pretty dusty here, man. I think all these drivers are going to need some new tires, some new paint schemes, some new everything here this afternoon, as these things are just getting absolutely pounded this afternoon. The driver out in front, he's seen barely any dust. He's still looking at that front nose, and it is absolutely tore up here, as it's been getting pelted and pelted and pelted. You look a little farther back at a driver like Cody Williams here. That car's seen some better days. That Camaro is absolutely shredded to pieces here. That whole front nose is just absolutely tore apart, as we'll get them all ready to go back to battle here again. So, single file restarts, I do believe, is how we will continue this one. So everybody line up, nose to tail once again, as the single file restarts, trying to clean things up, see if we can get some more green flag laps under their belts. Now, we've done single file restarts about the last 4 or 5 caution flags, and as of yet, we haven't really had a very good green flag run yet, except for our initial start to the afternoon, where we saw about 4 or 5 laps of good green flag racing. But now, see if these drivers can get themselves kind of wound under control and see if we can start clicking some of these laps off, or we'll go right back to the caution flag here this afternoon, as Grady Urban out in front. He's looking to try to run away with this one. Tristan Sykes trying to stay right there with him, see if he's got anything left in his sleeves here tonight, to see if he can try to jump up and hunt down that number 43. Landon Price there in third, with Landon Hill back there in position number 4. Then you see that 0-6 ride. That is JP Shed right there, ready to bounce, as here comes Willie Cuddy. Cuddy now into position number 6 here on the speedway, with Cody Williams trying to follow him right on through. Played well there in that 8th spot with Cody McDonald, and now Matt Fletchell inside the top 10. So Fletchell starting to work his way now up in through the field here. So we saw Fletchell move up fairly quick throughout that first caution flag, and then ran into some issues, went all the way back again to about that 20th position after kicking the EOL, but now going to find another spot, as we do see another driver run into issues. It's Cody Williams up into the outside wall. So Williams now going to run into issues, that he's going to get body slammed right there by the one right of Bobby Murray. Way after the caution flag here is another tough break for Cody Williams, and the tough racing continues out here on the racetrack, as here comes the 12 right of Glewell, and he's actually already into the outside fence here. That right front's already busted apart, so I think he gets something down in out of corner number 2. Watch this 26 ride. Looks like he's just going to hit it in the wrong spot again, right there, just coming off of corner number 2, and that right front tore apart. He slams the outside wall here again, trying to keep himself out of the way of everybody else, trying to make sure he doesn't damage any other drivers. And then here comes that one ride of Bobby Murray. He's going to slide right into him. Let's see if we can see what Bobby Murray sees here from the cockpit of this 1B. See if it was too dusty. He couldn't really tell that the car was stopped up there. You can see him stopped right there, trying to get down low underneath of him. Unfortunately, just misjudges it. That rear end coming out and tags the 26, and more damage for the 1B and more damage for the 26 ride. So we'll get everybody ready to roll here once again. We do see that 44 right of Chris Thibodeau trying to work himself up in through the field, as he's back there. And I do believe right now scored in the 17th position, but still looking to keep on moving his way throughout the field. More drivers that are running into issues that have to go down pit side or may have to retire from this race, are more positions that the RCR Majulisi Speed Shop 44 line can find out there on the speedway. So Scooter trying to salvage everything he can after a tough start to this race, after starting up inside the top 5, all the way back now into that 17th position, but he's looking to try to rebound here this afternoon. Is out in front. Grady Urban will see another green flag fly here this afternoon. So Urban back onto the loud pedal, as here comes Tristan Sykes and Landon Price right there in position number 3. Landon Hill there in 4th, with JP Sheed there in position number 5. Willie Cuddy trying to work his way up and through there, as well as Cuddy in that 23 right after picking up wins in our first and second race of the season last week. Could not find victory late because he was not in attendance, but now here tonight he is in attendance and he is ready to bounce, and he finds himself now up and into position number 7. But Matt Fletchell, last week's winner, right there with them. But here comes the 93. A big hit there as the 93 ride of Jacob Cannon slides into the side of him. spins himself around right there. A big hit right there for Jacob Cannon, as we do see the caution flag come back out. Now, I don't know if it was for Jacob Cannon or not, or if it was for Tanner Ewing. Looks like Ewing may have ran into some issues here himself. Let's take a look as, the 29 right hard up into the outside fence. The 58 of Ewing, nowhere to go. He ends up with a busted up right front tire, and that car gets stopped there on the speedway after heavy contact as well with the outside fence. But it's the 29 ride who ends up with the initial contact here, and that just kind of runs out of room for the number 58. Let's see if we can get another look at it here. It's right in front of him is that 29. There you go. Bounces it off the fence. He bounces off the back end of the Sandman Speed number 29 ride, and then that right front just absolutely tore to shreds. Car will not turn, goes straight up into the outside wall, and that's all she wrote there for the 58 at Tanner Ewing. As we get everyone ready to go back to green flag racing. Let's take another look back, though, quickly and see the contact between Matt Fletchel and the 93 ride as came back from a couple cars back there and unfortunately just misjudged that slide job and ends up tagging the 26 pretty hard right into the numbers. Watch this number 93. He's quite a ways back here. He's trying to battle with Cody McDonald now. Fletchel has a couple car lengths there, and unfortunately, 93 just misjudges it, sends it in there, goes for the slider over the 28 ride, and tags the side of the 26. Heavy damage there to the left side of Matt Fletchel's ride. We'll see if that makes any kind of a difference here this afternoon as he tries to keep on working his way towards the front, as we'll get everyone back together once again, nose to tail, ready for another big restart here this afternoon. The lights are off the official iRacing pace truck. That means we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Is down at a corner before the green flag back out into the air here for Grady Ehrman. As Ehrman's just been hitting his marks here. Hasn't had to worry too much, but with 15 laps left to go, he's got to worry about some of these drivers that have been working their way up and through the field, and if they've got anything left in the tank, or if one of these drivers back here behind them, like Tristan Sykes or the number 27 of Landon Price, if they got something kind of left in their back pocket, if they've been trying to hold back a little bit, save a little extra tire, and just trying to, stay behind that 43 and not push their cars, but maybe have a little something left in the tank here, maybe they can jump up there and battle contend for this race winner. Will it be Grady Ehrman who just runs away with it and puts this 43 right up into the Eldora Speedway victory lane? That's exactly what Ehrman's hoping for, as he's starting to build that gap up again between himself and Tristan Sykes. Sykes doing a great job hanging on to position number 2 here throughout the evening, and then Landon Price there in 3rd. Landon Hill back there in 4th with Clayton the Hangman Clewell now into 5th as Matt Fletchel finds himself now into that 6th position. Willie Cuddy there in 7th. JP Shen back there in position number 8. Cody McDonald and Jonathan Wiley now our top 10 here on the speedway as Wiley trying to work himself around the 12 ride, but Wiley finds the outside wall. Caution flag back out onto the racetrack. Maybe a great break there for the J-Dub number 4 ride, as unfortunately for Jonathan Wiley, the Wiley Coyote, running into issues. Now we also see some more issues for the 44 rider, Chris Thibodeau, as Scooter in the 93 of Jacob Cannon. Cannon will send it in here, and it's tight with the 44, and if they make contact or what may happen. Oh, looks like he's going to send it in there. Unfortunately, it looks like a slow car up on the high side. Cody Williams, nowhere to go here. Is not sure if Williams gets into the fence here or not, or what may have happened to the 26s. Looks like he may have had contact here in front of him. Let's play this back and take a look. So the 26 of Cody Williams in the CWD machine trying to work his way up and back through the field. Unfortunately, him and the 29 ride come together down across the start-finish line. Pretty good contact there between both competitors, but as they're both sliding around there trying to get their cars pointed back in the right direction, they lose a ton of momentum. The 44 ride trying to take advantage of that, and unfortunately gets up the racetrack hard into the side of the 26. They're both going to bounce up into the outside fence here, and heavy damage for both Cody Williams and Chris Thibodeau here this afternoon, and a couple tore up race cars out there on the speedway, as we'll get them all ready to go back down pit side and ready to try to get their cars repaired as Cody Williams down pit road. The Scooter's back out there. Oh no, Scooter's still down pit side. Jonathan Wiley's down pit road, as well as 17 drivers active still on the speedway. Here comes the one rider, Bobby Murray. He's going to fly back out there. He's ready to go back to battle and see if he can work his way back up through the field as we go back to double file restarts. So double file restarts here once again, so that's going to mix things up here for these drivers as quickly the 43 of Grady Ehrman back onto the lap pedal. So Ehrman staying out in front. He's looking to keep that 27 line down low and underneath the woman. He's able to mission accomplished that one right there. It's going back to that double file. It is always a scary, scary sight to be as Tristan Sykes hangs on to second. The 7 rider, Landon Hill, now into position number 3. But here comes Matt Fletchel. Fletchel now into position number 4 and looking for more as Fletchel finds himself a couple spots out there on the racetrack and now finds himself there in that 4th spot on the speedway. Now he would restart on the outside of the front row here, and that's where he found some speed right there, but he's going to go for the slide job here, possibly underneath the 7. No, can't quite pull the trigger. He's going to have to slide back up in front of the 27 right, and that was a close call as Landon Price could have gone into the back end of him and sent him for a ride down the front straightaway. But man, oh man, what a run so far for Matt Fletchel, taking that EOL and working his way up and through the field. Same with Willie Gunny here in the 23, but we're going to see that caution flag come back. It looks like Jacob Cannon this time going to find the outside fence here himself. I'm not sure if he's going to get a little help, maybe a little contact here between himself and the Sandman Speed, the fast AF racing ride. Cody Sanderson looks like they're going to run out of room on corner number 4 and makes that contact. The 93 gets up into the outside fence. Obviously something broken in that right front. You can see that tire pointed in the wrong direction, and unfortunately that will bring the caution flag back out. So good, hard, tight racing here. Unfortunately, out of corner number 4, they just kind of run out of room here as Sanderson and the 93 just make that contact. I don't even think Sanderson really realized he was there. I think he thought he was cleared to the outside, trying to come up the racetrack. And all of a sudden, the 93 just getting this great run on the outside groove, poking his nose to maybe where it shouldn't have been. And unfortunately, he pays the prices. I don't think the 69 realized he was there until it was already too late and drives him up into the outside fence. Heavy contact there for both drivers, but that could be the end of the evening for the 93 rider. Jacob Cannon is still down pit road, and we are back to green flag racing. So the green flag back out into the air here for Grady Ehrman. Ehrman continuing to lead the way here this afternoon. He's looking to be the reflection of perfection as Tristan Sykes there in second. Landon Hill back here in position number 3. Matt Fletcher trying to work his way now into that 3rd spot as he would love to rejoin the podium here again this afternoon, but he's starting to run out of time as these laps continue to get clicked off quickly here at Eldora Speedway. This time by the start-finish line, we will see only 4 more laps left to go. So 4 more laps here for Grady Ehrman. Can Ehrman hang on to it? Can he keep himself here at the front of the field as he's got about a half a second lead between himself and Tristan Sykes. Sykes back there in second. He's been there all night long. I know he'd love to try to find a way around that 43, but he is running out of steam in a quick as here comes Landon Price. Here comes Matt Fletchel. Landon Hill there in 3rd. Landon Price back in 5th. And the rest of the field in tow as Clayton Clewell there in 6th. JP Shen, Willie Gunny, Cody McDonald, Zach Rogers, our top 10 here on the speedway. But it's Grady Ehrman who's going to lead us down the back straightaway. Nice and easy down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Hoping to not see a caution flag case. Here comes the white flag. One more time around here for Grady Ehrman as Ehrman looking to pick up the checkered flag here in race number 4 of the Hell Tour Season 2. The Fusion Setup Shop number 43 of Grady Ehrman will round corner number 4 for the final time as he picks up the checkered flag here from Eldora Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, there you go, as Grady Ehrman will find his way into the Eldora Speedway victory lane here this afternoon. Tristan Sykes will come home in 2nd, and Landon Hill they're in position number 3. Matt Fletchel and Landon Price are top 5 here on the speedway, but it's all Grady Ehrman as Ehrman is going to get it done here this afternoon. What a run, what a drive for the 43 machine here this afternoon. Tristan Sykes going to line up right there with them as, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's see some congratulations for the number 43 here this evening, man. What a run, what a drive for Grady Ehrman this afternoon, as we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth here momentarily for his post-race interview. And Mr. Cannon, are you drunk, sir? Laugh out loud. I was thinking the same thing, Jacob. I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking it. He was a little bit of a wild man out there this afternoon, a little bit of a cannonball, but nonetheless, I digress, and we get ready to pull our top 3 up into the broadcast booth for their post-race interviews, man. What a bunch of great racing action here this afternoon, man. That was a lot of fun. We saw these guys duke it out for 40 hard-fought laps, and now we'll pull our race winner up and into the booth. Hey, Grady, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Grady, man, what a run, what a drive. Take us back through this one, as last week we saw the same situation. You start out in front, you lead a lot of laps, but on one of those multiple restarts, you end up losing the race lead to Matt Fletchel, and you end up coming home in position number 2. Tonight, you did not want to make that mistake. You wanted to make sure you kept yourself in that top spot, and you did not make the mistake here this afternoon. You be the car out in front all night long and stay that reflection of perfection.
Yeah, but it was a really long race. I mean, it was just a really long race, and I was just hanging on. I mean, I was really fast on the top, and I can put the car up there, and it was just, the car just basically drove itself, and I was just along for the ride, so.
I don't know about that one, man. It seemed like you were wheeling that thing pretty hard out there on the speedways. After the newest update, seems like things have been a little bit different with these late models. Definitely seems like the racetrack is a whole lot dustier out there. Did that play a major effect here this afternoon, or really what did the update change here with these late models?
I mean, I don't really like to brag too much, but the dust really didn't affect me because I had nobody in front of me. But, I mean, I was talking to Matt and them, and they said it was pretty bad. Matt had to take that EOL, of course, which is pretty crucial, but he said it was really bad, and I bet it was. I mean, just the pace car in front of me was just leaving a pretty big dust trail, so, I mean, I bet it was pretty bad.
Yeah, definitely didn't have to worry too much about the dust this afternoon. We brought that up earlier as we were riding on board with some of the drivers and taking a look at how the dust was affecting them, and it was a whole lot worse back there in the middle of the pack, and that was a place you did not want to be, and it's a place you never had to go, as you were able to keep yourself out in front here all evening long. You were able to pick up a big win here in race number 4 of the Hell Tour Season 2. Grady, who would you like to thank for another great run and strong performance, and this time finding your way into victory lane?
Big shout out to everybody at Mud Missile Industries, Matt, Fletchel, and them, and Tristan Sykes. I mean, those two are great bunch of guys over there. I mean, I just started racing with them, and they're just the best guys. I mean, I've ever been around, and everybody at Fusion Setup Shop. The setups are on fire. I mean, they're great. The cars just drive themselves. Valley Contracting Sites, Lawn Care Sites, Driveway Sealing, Roth Excavating, Studio A Hair Salon, Juju Sweets, and big shout out to Tristan for making this wrap for this week. I think that's why I was so fast tonight. It was just because of him. And thanks again to Matt and Jonathan and you for putting everything on. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother. It's always our pleasure to see you guys out there on the racetrack, to see you guys battling. And as you said, man, new-looking paint scheme, hot-looking ride in night number 1 out there on the speedway, and you were able to put it up in victory lane, man. So maybe a bit of a good luck charm, and maybe Tristan's going to have to make you a few new paint schemes here throughout the rest of the season.
Well, I hope so. We'll see what we can get away with. We'll see.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Grady, a great run, a great drive. Congratulations on the win here this afternoon, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the speedway next Wednesday.
Thanks, buddy. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night, and don't party too hard down there in victory lane.
You too, man. I'll try not to.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Grady Ehrman, as Ehrman picks up the win and pulls himself up into the Eldora victory lane. He's going to get ready to party with his friends and family after a great run, a great drive here this afternoon, as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher, the 99X ride of Tristan Sykes. Hey, Tristan, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Take a copy.
Oh yeah, you almost brought me in when I was flirting with Grady.
Well, that would have been slightly embarrassing, but not too bad for you. But
No,
man,
it wasn't us.
yeah, exactly. But Tristan, man, another great run, another great drive for you here tonight. But unfortunately, again, you're a little snake bitten on the season. Haven't been able to find victory lane, but you're right there, picking up these solid, top two, top three finishes, coming home on the podium almost every single one of these weeks.
Yeah, I mean that's all by design, right? You know, because the leader's got to take an EOL, and why the hell would I do that? So I just let Grady take the EOL next week, and I'll just keep running my little seconds and thirds.
Well, I mean, you look at Matt Fletchel, and Fletchel, he took that EOL this week and came home in fourth. So, I mean, it can be done if you had enough time. Maybe not so many caution flags. Do you think maybe Fletchel
Yeah,
would have been up there battling with you guys?
absolutely. And I mean, truthfully, like I joke about like running second, but I didn't have anything for Grady. He was up there around the fence in 3 and 4. I can keep pace with him in 1 and 2, but he was just up around the fence and getting it in 3 and 4, and I mean he'd pull me like 3 or 4 car lengths a lap, and so I just wasn't willing to get up there and just beat the right rear down. And I'm sitting in good in points. As I get older, I kind of get smarter, so just a little bit. So I figured like you know what, second in points is a lot better than 25th.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that a lot here tonight. Drivers getting up into that outside fence. And what we saw before, in the old model before this newest update is that there was a lot of drivers that would get into the fence and you could still bounce off of it pretty easily. But, every once in a while we would see those drivers get into that wall in the right front would kind of explode. Here tonight, seemed like every single driver, when you bounce it off that outside fence, that right front would just go to shreds. And that's where we saw a lot of those caution flags come from. So playing it smart, keeping yourself that couple feet away from it and making sure you don't take yourself out of a golden opportunity here this afternoon is definitely not a bad idea. As Matt says, he's far from smart up in the chat. Oh, gosh. Come
Oh,
on now,
really?
Matty. Come on now,
It,
Matty.
if that's not the pot calling the kettle black. That boy's got 2 brain cells and they're fighting for second and third.
Hey, aren't we all?
Well, yeah, I'm friends with him. You're friends with us. That brings it all
It
full
says a lot for
circle.
both of us right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But Tristan, man, another great run, another great drive here this afternoon as you pull that 99X run back up for another podium finish, man. Would you like to thank again here this week for a great run and great drive out there on the Speedway?
Man, we got something good going. Bun Missile Industries. We recently just brought Grady on board. Good kid, fun. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously y'all just saw he's faster than hell. Matt's always fast, so I mean, we got us a good little crew going on here. And I told Matt, I said, listen, we're not really gonna build like a really team, but we're just gonna bring a bunch of guys in together, and just kind of like be nitpicky about who we're gonna bring in. Have fun. Biggest thing is have fun because I'm too old to get on here and take this thing seriously, but. We brought Grady on board, and he's super fast. Matt's always been fast. Me and Matt running together has made me this fast. I mean, I'll give him credit for that. He's one of the reasons I can be up in top 2, top 3 every single night. Fusion setup shops, definitely Fusion is great. I mean, I'm on an outdated setup right now from Fusion, and it's great. I mean, those guys over there, Stephen Gaines, Matthew Watts, and Dustin Price, and all them, they're taking great care of us. S&S Fishing and Rental. What place I gotta go to every single day. My boss loves watching it the next day, and I come in and show him. Nueva Designs, myself, and then other than that, peace. You, I say it every weekend. I'm gonna say it again. You're my favorite broadcaster. But and then all the guys over there at the Hell Tour putting them on. We had one admin up there, and I feel sorry for that guy tonight. I want to drive wherever that guy is and give him a hug because he's going to need it after the season.
Yeah, definitely he's going to need a hug. I think that all the officials here and Jonathan and, definitely Jonathan and Cody, they're probably going to need some hugs as well, man, as I'm sure they're dealing with a lot. There's a lot of contact, a lot of tough and rough racing back there behind you guys, but it was, for the most part, pretty clear sailing for you and Grady at the front of the field back there behind you. It was a dogfight lap after lap after lap, but man, Tristan, another great run, another great drive here for you tonight at Eldora Speedway, man. We can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack next week, and maybe finally you'll find your way into victory lane.
Don't wish that on me, Peace. Don't wish me in the victory lane. Don't put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
All right, all right. Well, I hope to see you back up here in the
In
broadcast booth
second.
and at least
You
up
want me
on the
in second?
podium. Yeah, up on the podium
There you go.
again next week. All right, brother. Well, enjoy the rest of your night and congratulations again on the second place run.
All right, love you.
Love you. Bye. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for Tristan Sykes as Tristan comes home in position number 2. Matt says he knows Daddy well. Oh gosh, he doesn't call you that, does he, Matt? Oh gosh, that's a little awkward. Yikes. Okay, as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher here this afternoon, and I believe, let me double check it, technically he is our hard charger, but I mean Matt Flatchel and Willie Cunny coming from the back of the field up towards the front here, definitely past a lot more cars than Landon Hill, but Hill technically started back in the 13th position, comes home in position number 3, a great drive and a great run here for the number 7 ride as we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Landon, it's Aaron up here on the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much, Landon. A pretty solid run for you here this afternoon. We saw you working yourself up and through that top 10 rather quickly here this afternoon, and slowly but surely you work yourself through that top 5. And late in the race, you find a couple openings to get around Landon Price and a couple of those other competitors to find yourself now in that third spot on the Speedway. Unfortunately, just did not have enough time to kind of jump up there and try to take something away from Tristan Sykes or Grady Ehrman here this evening.
Yeah, it was basically just who didn't break their right front and who I could pass after that. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to pass those guys. I mean, they were quick. Those fusion sets definitely ripped. So, yeah, that was interesting. I was sweating quite a bit, especially with all those restarts. Man, that ain't fun. Green track racing is just a lot better.
Yeah, I can concur with that one. Definitely always a lot more fun when you get to watch these guys battle out there, green flag, lap after lap after lap, and really start to see who's got the better setups when cars start to fall off after those, 10, 15 laps of green flag action, or who starts to feel that wear and tear of those continuous laps and not having these caution breaks, kind of catch their breath and be able to kind of collect themselves again here. But the right fronts were a major issue here this afternoon. A lot of beating and banging, a lot of drivers getting into that outside fence, and those right fronts start to explode here again on iRacing, and unfortunately a lot of drivers found out the hard way here. Now, you were able to get around a few of them as you were right there behind them and just narrowly being able to avoid any additional contact there for yourself. Take us through some of that action, trying to work yourself through some of the carnage out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say definitely one group below where everyone else was running. There's still a little bit of traction there, so I was running there just to keep it off the wall. I tried to move up to the high side at one point, and I stuffed it right in there. So I kind of gave up on that, and I was just trying not to get run over. I mean, Matt was flying, and every time I bumped the wall a little bit, I could see him hit me a little bit. So yeah, just trying to stay out of their way. And it was a one groove racetrack. I mean, if it would have moved down to the bottom, I wish it would have, because it's a lot of fun down there. But yeah, it was just the high side, and yeah, entertaining race for sure.
Absolutely. Well, survival of the fittest, and you're able to work yourself through a lot of carnage, a lot of great talented drivers, and be able to hang on to that third spot here this afternoon. Landon, who'd you like to thank for another great run and solid performance here in the Hell Tour?
Yeah, just Hill Racing Team, Hill Wraps. That's pretty much it. My brother makes wraps, and that's about it. We don't get a whole lot of affiliations. I'm open to sets for sure. So if somebody wants me to join their set team and they're listening, hook me up, man.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Landon Hill, he is a free agent. Get him signed and get him in there. And it's a great run, a great drive here for you tonight. You park it in that third spot. We can't wait to see you back out there in action next Wednesday. And hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth next week, Landon.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yes, you as well. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Landon Hill. As Hill coming home there in position number 3, a solid run and a solid drive there for the 7 ride here this afternoon. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the racing action has come to a close here this afternoon, man. A lot of great racing, a lot of back and forth. We saw a lot of 2 wide, 3 wide, a little bit of 4 and 5 wide out there on the racetrack is Eldora Speedway. Once again, bringing us another amazing racing surface here, another amazing race and racetrack here for all these drivers to battle at. One of the best facilities in the world here this afternoon, as unfortunately the last checkered flag of the day has been displayed here for the Hell Tour, and we will see these drivers back in action, some of them tomorrow night, some of them next Wednesday, and hopefully we'll see each and every single one of you back up here in attendance tomorrow afternoon, as we got a few big shows tomorrow evening. So I do believe getting started around 5:30 Eastern time, we will be going live with the Gateway Nationals here with the SRA, so the Southern Racing Association. We'll be going to battle. We will see the UMP Modifieds at it's actually the Chili Bowl, as they will be at the Chili Bowl Stadium, and they will be battling there for a big payday there with the UMP Modifieds. And right after that, they will head into the super late models there at the Chili Bowl, and they will battle there as well for another amazing feature event. I do believe 40 laps on the docket for both of those races. And then after those two, we will see the next super late model race roll up and onto the racetrack for the Velocity Racing League. So a lot of racing action tomorrow afternoon. 3 big dirt track battles to brew here tomorrow night, and you can catch all the action right here on Peacemaker Gaming. So hopefully I see each and every one of you back in here cheering on those drivers and watching some great racing here again tomorrow afternoon, as we will get everyone ready to rock and roll for that. But thank you all for tuning in here this afternoon, man. All the likes, the comments, the shares, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love here this evening. Unfortunately, that is going to do it for us here tonight, and I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Spin the night, moon grins, dust flies like a dark whirlwind. Broken dreams left behind, foot to the floor, racing minds. Engines roar, dirt flies high, red lights turn green, let's kiss the sky. Metal beasts in the fray, thrill of the ride all night and day. Mud and fire, hearts we tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track. Down, hearts pound loud in this chaos, we're so proud. Sweat and grit, the story tells. Welcome to our hell, sweet hell. Can't stop us, we're on fire, chasing dreams, taking higher. Stars fall, dust they turn, from the ground flames they burn. Mud and fire, hearts we tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track. in the night, moon grins, dust flies like a dark whirlwind. Broken dreams left behind, foot to the floor, racing minds. Engines roar, dirt flies high, red lights turn green, let's kiss the sky. Metal beasts in the fray, thrill of the ride all night and day. Mud and fire, hearts we tame, burning rubber, win this game. Eyes on the prize, won't look back, living the dream on a dirt track. Throttle down, hearts pound loud in this chaos, we're so proud. Sweat and grit, the story tells. Welcome to our hell, sweet hell. Can't stop us, we're on fire. Chasing dreams, taking